We are live, ladies and gentlemen. And the world is still spinning, and we got a lot of crazy stuff going on. We were just talking behind the scenes. And let's see how many viewers we can get concurrently. Well, hourly buy went through at $63,924.99. What's up, Lauren?
It's so funny. Our phones go off at the same time.
Yeah. Did you guys get the same price?
I got cheaper.
I buy more.
You motherfucker. What'd you get?
I got 63,856.
63,924.99 and mother
63,829 is what I got.
Oh wow. Come on, Jack. You can't be doing that to me, Jack Maulers. Lauren, how are you today, sir? Speaking of that, no. Lauren doesn't buy every hour, does he? I know he buys on River.
I think he buys hourly.
If he's on River, he's not. I'm pretty sure it's just a daily.
No, River can do hourly.
Oh, can they? All right, never mind.
No, I take that back. When he was here, he did tell me how much he bought a day, and it wasn't hourly. Unless he changed it. I hope he did, Lauren. Backpacker said, if you ain't buying hourly, you ain't stacking hard enough. That's what Backpacker says.
I know he's told me that a few times. That's so rude.
Doing good. Yes, I buy hourly on River. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Lauren, when'd you change that, bro? Is that a recent thing? Wow. It's great, man. We're on my X right now. But we won't be doing that for long. I think we're gonna get an X. I think I'm on my X. Hold on. Yes, we are. Look at that. We are on Jerry Loves Freedom's X with 0 views. And let's see where we're at with my Rumble, which we won't be doing that for long as well either. We got one over there now, so that's good. Back in May. Okay. Wow. So after the conference was over with. So Backpacker convinced you. Okay, great. Backpacker rubbed off on you, huh?
Yeah.
I'm here, almost dead, but I'm here. There she is, the birthday girl. Jenny Legendary.
Well, there you go. I logged into our Rumble just fine, Jerry.
Yeah, I think I can log into it, but putting it on the StreamYard is something above my pay grade, I think. But let's do that behind the scenes. Jenny, happy birthday again.
Yes. Jenny's had a busy day.
Jenny has a busy birthday weekend. Good to see you, Jenny. Thanks for joining us. Jenny joins us 7 days a week, man. I swear to God, she does.
She's a machine.
Didn't let Jerry play with buttons, please. Yeah, when I play with buttons, you know what happens. You remember what happened last night? Thanks, Jerry. No doubt. Thank you, Jenny. We appreciate it. We appreciate it, man. I was watching John Adams before I came on here. I had to go back in time, and boy, John Adams did a speech. I'm like, I might have to put that on my show, man.
Oh.
You can just replace the words he said with, instead of trying to take over and get a republic, basically change the monetary system in Bitcoin. You know, it's just so like crazy, man. You know,
these guys were so ahead of their time.
Yes, and this book right here, ladies and gentlemen, I was reading this last night. This book right here, get you a copy. I'm telling you, you want to know about this book is the end all be all for the American Revolution. If you want to learn about the American Revolution, buy that book right there. It'll teach you all about it. Oh, that piece of steak went down fine. Oh, you choked on some steak? Did she choke on some steak? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we've been in contact. She had a piece of Oh.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, you know. Again, we are on Rumble and X. Is anybody? Yeah, we got one person on X. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. We got one on Rumble. Probably it was me on Rumble. But we'll see. But anyways, yeah, it's just a weekend, guys. We're just chilling. We're hanging out. And let's start off with you, Backpacker. How are you? And what are you thinking, man? What you got going on, brother? Oh wow!
Yeah.
Holy shit! On your birthday, you won't forget this one, will you?
Yeah, we're getting ready to call the cops sent over to her house.
Oh
You're
wow!
getting ready to call 911, but she says, "Do not do it, Packer family."
957-1776 776.
But
Backpacker, how you doing, brother?
it's been good, man. It's been a busy week. I did take a little bit of a Bitcoin break this week, just kind of a little mental reset, and even I stepped back a lot on news too. I really just kind of just took a step back, a little decompression on my lives this week. I did some reaction videos, which are fun to kind of just break up all the news stories and all the Bitcoin stuff and everything. Just kind of a nice little mental reset. Did a side job for some work for some extra sats, obviously donations, plasma donations. Got to dump off some UTXOs. You know what I mean? but it's been good. Fanny's been working hard. Kids have been doing good. We do have to get a repairman out for our AC, Jerry, because our AC is acting up a little bit.
Oh,
so it's been one of those it's been one of those ones. So he'll be out in about 2 weeks. So
you can't just do this. Oh, that's nice.
Oh
So
yes,
good.
Thanks, Trent. I appreciate that. It's been good, man. How you guys been?
hold on. Buying hourly, but can't do the $7 hour like Jerry though. Who is this Jerry guy we keep talking about? Somebody else says there's another Jerry that's got a whole Bitcoin and all that. Who is this dude? I really want to know.
Is he the guy that's related to Barry?
He
Or
must
was
be.
it-
Yes.
He must be, because I got to meet this guy. He's got a Bitcoin and he's got $7 hourly buys. Oh, that's wrong, Trent. LOL. Now, Trent, what were you showing? What was that?
It's Red Bull.
No. When you're pointing at something.
Oh, it's an air conditioning unit.
Oh,
It was a
Fancy.
joke.
Yeah,
trying to rub salt in the wounds.
Yeah.
Got it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Anyways, Trent, besides being cool as hell, literally and figuratively,
kind of hot.
yes. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I hit 500 subs on my music channel 5 minutes ago, so
It's
I'm
huge.
having a Red Bull for celebration.
So you're on your way to monetization over there, huh?
I need hours for the halfway one where you can get memberships, so I need some watch time. Otherwise you need to get 3 million views, which I've had 2 shorts go over 200,000 now. 200,000 views. So, but even if you do that every other day, you still won't hit 3 million in 90 days. But yeah, more watch time, and then I'm halfway to the big one.
Wow. Okay. That's great, man. You done passed the Truth to Work podcast. We've been around for a while. You just passed us up, man. You can't be doing that.
I edit both. It's not my fault. The algorithm likes one and doesn't like the other.
Well, I think the other one's for normies.
Oh, definitely.
YouTube likes normies. And Jenny said, I think it's Geraldo that has a whole subsidy. Wow. I got to meet this guy. A whole subsidy? Just call the gambler. I know. Congrats, Trent. Does it count if we just put it on repeat? That's a good question.
Does a few times.
There he is. Great motion. Greg says $7 an hour buy. I remember that caveman ledger thing we talked about earlier, Jerry. Oh, buddy, old pal. I know. That's behind the scenes. Great motion is, if for those of you that don't know, he is my personal. Sorry, Trent. He is my personal technician for Bitcoin. Sorry, Trent. You're my technician.
Too busy to handle you.
Hello, Greg. And he's been helping me behind the scenes become a better Bitcoiner. So again, if you guys, and he's going to say this, you got to run a node, man. I'm sorry, guys, and I don't mean this any disparaging anybody listening to this, but you don't have a vote if you don't have a node. You're not even verifying your own transactions. It's one thing to hold Bitcoin in cold storage, which is great, but you have to have Bitcoin You have to have a vote with Bitcoin, and the only way to vote for it truly and make it decentralized is own a node, because nodes want to run Bitcoin, and the miners work for the node runners, and we got to run a node. I know sometimes it's going to be expensive and all this other stuff, and when I mean you got to, I mean if you really consider yourself in this game, and really one of the dare I say founding fathers of this thing, and being one of the people that are part of the revolution, because a lot of people will say, it costs too much or this, that, and the third. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
My hardware shows up tomorrow.
Good, good. And I'm not trying to shame nobody, but I'm just saying, just think about it. Just get the cheapest one you can for now until you can afford something more, or just get a cheap one. You know what I mean? But again, in order for us to stop the attack vectors, because we got a fucking lot of them here in Bitcoin, we got to run our own nodes, guys. And AC, Munjam, I lived in Texas, Florida, and now here, never AC ever. B52 landing zone. Wow.
Nobody cares.
And by the way, if you do sit down with Gray Motion, and he's gonna help you. Let's just say don't have thin skin with Gray, because Gray talks from the sleeve, and he's an old school dude. So, but anyways, guys, we're gonna keep it light here today, and we're gonna be here for a good time and not a long time. B52 equals box fans. Oh shit.
That's what we used to call them in Hawaii.
Okay. And AC bunch of I lived in ever B52 landing zone. Okay. Wow. Anyways, guys, the big news, obviously everybody knows that Lindsey Graham has passed away. We're not going to get too much into it, but we do have to talk about that, because that's a really, really big deal. Quickly, guys, give me your thoughts on that. What do you think about Lindsey Graham passing? Does it mean anything to you? Does it mean anything to what's going on in the future, distant future? What do you guys think, or the present?
At the end of the day, we're humans, so yeah, it's a life lost. I mean, whether it be left or right, it don't matter, right? At the end of the day, it's a human being, so we never wish that upon anybody. Now, from a political standpoint, yeah, it's going to pay a little bit different. We got to figure out who's going to fill his seat, his position. So that's something that is definitely a more of an immediate factor that we need to take into play. But I'm waiting for the conspiracy theorists to come out. I did see earlier today, as we discussed behind the scenes, that supposedly Iran has released, or the IRGC has released, a kill list of political figures, essentially Trump's cabinet, along with 3 other Middle Eastern people. I didn't look for the names, but it seemed as though they looked Saudi. But I have to go back and review that list. So that was pretty interesting. Kind of a play on Trump's hit list for IRGC and influential figures over there. So I think we just need to kind of wait and see what happens. Obviously, we don't have an autopsy. They have predetermined notions that it was due to something like a cardiac arrest, which can be anything. And then you got the people trying to connect the dots of, oh, well, he was just with Ukraine, and they're tied in with this. So I don't try to read too far into that stuff, because it's really, everybody's just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. So I think you just have to sit back and wait for some stuff to roll out.
I am on team. I kind of wish he just would have retired and lived out his nice old age at his home instead of being a war hawk myself. But I obviously didn't wish ill will upon him. I just didn't align with him politically. Yeah, as long as this is natural causes, I don't have a real opinion on it. Kind of just wish he would have just retired and lived a long old age.
Yeah, my sentiment exactly. Gray says it's a aortic tear. Aortic tear. Too soon to tell much. My aorta is 5.5 millimeters, 7 millimeters plus tears. Okay. Yeah, I feel the same way about you guys. It's a human life. I did not agree with Lindsey Graham a lot. I actually, regrettably saying this, I said a lot of things about him on this channel. And just because I said those things, that definitely doesn't mean I wish he died. I definitely didn't agree with him. Although, even though he was known to be a war hawk and sometimes a bit of a swamp creature and a bit of a establishment figure, if you will, people called him that. He was a man that had principles, and I respected Lindsey Graham. I didn't like some of the things he did, but I respected him. We're all born dying, exactly. And I don't know what happened to him. A lot of people on the other side of our fight and cause are making fun of him and all this other stuff. There's not one, I don't think, off the top of my head, there's not one person on the Democrat Party that if they died, I'd be celebrating online. Again, I may not like you, but I'm not going to do that. And again, there's going to be Joe Biden's an older man now. Nancy Pelosi, she's older. We don't know what's going on with Mitch McConnell. Again, I didn't agree with him politically, but at the end of the day, we're all God's children, and we can't be so polarized in politics that we let our political beliefs overgo or just take over our thoughts and emotions as a human being, man. It's just sad. But Grant Snitchfield over here, or Stinchfield, excuse me. I believe he's from Newsmax. He's saying Lindsey Graham was assassinated. And I heard this as well. I want to hear what he has to say. Take a look.
A brief and sudden illness, my ass. Lindsey Graham is dead. I don't think this was just some random illness. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe it was a direct energy weapon used against him. Now, who would do such a thing? Russia? Lindsey Graham was in Ukraine not 24 hours ago trying to end this war. Russia would have an interest of killing Lindsey Graham. These direct energy weapons, they use energy waves, sonic waves. They can cause brain tumors, heart attacks, you name it. They are devastating. They are real. My belief is something fishy is going on here. Whatever you think about Lindsey Graham, and I disagreed with him on a lot of things, especially Ukraine. He was a decent guy, and he loved America. Russia would want him dead. I hope the CIA, I hope the FBI are investigating this. They need to be, because as I've always told you, there are no coincidences in Washington, D.C., or foreign policy, or all of these other military actions. You better believe it.
Wow. Backpacker, what do you think about that?
Well, you know me. I'm an Alex Jones guy. I've always been open about that, and I get into the conspiracy theories. But is it really conspiracy theory when you're just trying to scratch beyond the surface, right? So if you go too deep or you start going into certain things, you're like, oh, this guy's crazy, whack job, this and that. Why? Just because you think a little different, maybe because you're saying the quiet part out loud. I knew that this was going to start happening. It was just a win. I haven't listened much to Alex Jones on this stuff. Like I said, I take everybody with a grain of salt. I try to do my best to listen to both sides. I'm not as good as you, Jerry. I do have a little bit of a bias, right? I lean one way. But once again, I'm open about that. And so I do absolutely think that taking Lindsey Graham out does play a factor in the political games with Russia and Ukraine and all that, because it's really just how deep do we want to go into this, because he was a warmonger. We knew that, and he was open about it. I mean, I'll give him that. He was open more than anybody about wanting to pro war, pro this and that, death and destruction. But and just to circle back around to what you said, Jerry, I agree with you. I don't wish death upon anybody. I could really dislike people a lot. Some people probably want to slap the shit out of, but at the end of the day, to wish death and destruction upon any individual is just, and that's all part of the thing is we've become so polarized to the point, and Charlie Kirk was the best example. I don't want to deviate too far off that, but Charlie Kirk, and seeing what happened, what people were saying when that whole thing happened, it was sickening. It was really sickening. So I don't know about laser beams and stuff like that coming down, and someone popped the pill in his drink, and I don't know about that, but I do think that behind the scenes, even beyond what we know, this happening to him helps somebody out. I just don't know who.
Okay, Trent, what'd you think?
I am a probability kind of guy. Is it more likely that someone decided that he was more of a problem than, even us? I mean, he was in the same room as Zelensky. Wouldn't that have been a better opportunity to sway a war than a random senator from the United States? Yes, he had swing in the Senate, but he's just one of the cogs. So, or is it more likely a 71-year-old man who flies frequently, doesn't have a great diet, and honestly has a very stressful job, had a heart attack? That's where I'm leaning.
Yeah. I played that because BTC-BackPacker talked about the conspiracy theories are going to come out. There's going to be many more, and there are already some already. I have no idea how this man died. I didn't do an autopsy on him. I didn't know him personally. I didn't know how he lived his life. If he ate good or not, I have no idea. I don't know anything about him except the things that they show on TV. I don't know how he lives his life, what kind of sleeping patterns, what his health records is, anything. I don't know anything. But there are going to be some things said because in today's polarizing world, no one can just ever die of natural causes and just leave it alone, right? We always got to have something with it. So it's unfortunate. Rest in peace to Senator Lindsey Graham. Although I didn't agree with him, he is a true American, and he died doing what he loves, and how many people get to say that, and he lived a very, he's been I know he's 71. He's a young man, not a young man, but relatively speaking in 2026, 71, me being 51, I'm like, when you see an age, you're like, well, how far is that from me? You know what I mean? And that's not too far from me. So again, that's young in my personal opinion, because I want to live a lot longer than that. But he's been and done a lot of things that me, you, and anybody watching this couldn't even dream about doing. So he's lived a wonderful and great life, and God rest his soul. I want to talk a little bit, and again, we're going to keep it light, but I just want to talk a little bit about what's going on with Charlie Kirk's death, Candace Owens, the Tyler Robinson case, and everything like that. First of all, before I talk about this, have you guys been paying any attention to this at all?
Bits and pieces.
Probably not the best week to ask me that, because I have taken a step back, like I said, from some news this week for personal reasons. But Jerry, we talked a little bit about this. It's a tricky one, man. This rabbit hole runs deep with the whole Candace Owens and Tyler Robinson. So I don't know, bro. I want to say I side with Candace, dude, but then they showed the videos. So I'm like, if you showed the videos and then she says something else and then she kind of tries to rebuttal it a little bit, I'm kind of like, I didn't eat the Cheetos, guys, but it's on my fingers. It's kind of like, okay. So that's a little ding to the armor of, what else has she said that maybe isn't as accurate? I really, it's messy, bro. I can't give a solid answer on this one. There's just a lot of moving parts. But he was there, bro. He was there.
Yeah, and at this point, as of Sunday, July 12th, 2026, I'm not going to call Candace Owens a liar yet. Okay, I'm not there yet. But here's what I will say, and I'm bringing this up because this is, Candace Owens was basically the spearhead, the face of saying that this was all a lie. He's a pansy. This was a complete setup by that country. This, that, and the third. Oh, go ahead, Backpacker.
Sorry about that. Jenny Legendary Jenny herself sent in a fat zap. Thank you so much, Jenny. Of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the channel. So thank you so much, Jenny. Jenny the machine. I'm seriously, she's like a freaking Iron Man. Eat your heart out.
Did you see that she put the attempted murder weapon in the signal?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes, I saw it. By the way, guys, it's Jenny's birthday today.
Yes, it is.
And she's sending us sets. This woman is
That's the way she is.
Jenny, thank you. We appreciate that very much. But here goes my boy. In my opinion, Candace Owens and Tucker drank their own Kool-Aid, lost their ever-loving minds. No respect. I got to be honest. If you're taking a poll of America First, all Democrats hate her, of course, but America First, Republicans / whatever you want to call the coalition, Republic, whatever. She's polling very low right now. Okay, she is doing very low in that. Curious how South Carolina looks to replace him with the short time left to their election. Someone short-term them elections or move elections up. Does the governor appoint someone? Yeah, that's a good question. He just won his primary. He just won it. So, like,
I'll look into it.
Yeah, like Trent said, he should have just chilled. But anyways, about this, and we'll get back to that in a second. About this Candace Owens thing, again, as of today, I'm not going to call this woman a liar. Because people were very polarized on each side, right? They were polarized on, oh my God, Charlie Kirk and his wife, poor Erica, she's a grieving widow. How could you do this, Candace? Blah, 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 blah. And then there was the conspiracy theory. Tyler Robinson wasn't there. He couldn't have shot a 30-06 from that distance. It was blah, blah, blah. And I was in that camp. And I still am in that camp. I never said Tyler Robinson wasn't there. I never said that. But some of the angles that I saw, some of these pictures, it just didn't look like him to me. And I'm not saying definitively like Candace said that he wasn't there. But basically, she rebranded herself as the person that all she's doing is investigating Charlie Kirk's murder. And that's her whole thing. And she made a lot of money off that. Now, I'm not saying she's wrong for that. A lot of people in the conservative space were showing videos of her basically contradicting herself on and on. She'll say one thing, they say another. I didn't say this. Then she showed her saying it and all these things. And then they have a thing where they showed a bunch of clips of her, doing ad reads because she was getting the eyeballs at that time. That first 6 months, 3 to 6 months, she was getting 2 million views every video, right? Because she had the smoking gun almost every episode, and she was almost like a, dare I say, a drama series where she had doing cliffhangers at the end of every show, like wait till tomorrow and, and all that. And I just, after, I don't know, 10 days or so, I just didn't do it anymore. And I unplugged from it. And I had my daughter get on it, and she was basically telling me that Candace is right, Erica Kirk is cooked, and blah, 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 blah. And again, I'm doing my thing, right? And so this what do we call it? A pre-trial or whatever this thing is we're calling it. It's not even the trial. Came out and basically, rebuked everything she's saying. Everything Candace said, it was there. If it's true, Candace is saying on her page that it's not true. Okay. So again, if it is a psyop, if he was a pansy, if he was a Lee Harvey Oswald or whatever we want to say, could they had rigged the courts and all this stuff? Maybe, I don't know. But a lot of people have a lot of things to say about it. And I want to react to Brandon Tatum. And I'm reacting to Brandon Tatum because Brandon Tatum is a very, very good friend of Candace Owens. Okay. And, a lot of people fell out with Candace. And since this trial, Benny Johnson and the big influencers have basically, even before that, but they really have cut ties with her. And a lot of people are against her. And I've been reading her posts and she's still with it. She's still saying the same thing. She's not letting off. So I don't know. So let's see what Brandon Tatum has to say about Candace Owens.
Candace Owens openly offered to assist and provide information to Tyler's defense team. She openly accused Erica of being involved. Do you condemn her? I do condemn what she said. I condemn what she said. I love Candace. Like I always say, I just don't understand why her direction on this is that way. I'm going to call Candace, especially after this trial. I gotta talk to her because, you know, we have a relationship, we have a friendship, and I don't want to see my friend just fall off a cliff over this, because I don't know if she's just getting bad information or what. Like, Erica Kirk is not involved. What was the other thing that the questioner said? It was something else that she said that Candace had said. Oh, offer to assist the defense. Now, in La La Land, and it's just me being honest, and if Candace is watching this, I love you, Candace, but like, we got to keep it real. In La La Land, you know, helping the defense makes sense. But in reality, helping the defense is helping Charlie Kirk Killer get off.
Yeah, if that's the case. But according to the conservatives and everything else, they have him dead to rights. So, again, where my doubt comes in is what we always thought about the 30-06 and all the things that was going on. But just the way, I don't know, just the way they attacked her, I guess. And again, if she's some crazy woman and she's completely off, then just let her do her thing. And, you know, it's free speech or whatever. And I get it. I get why they're mad. And his angle and all these people that want just this story to kind of go away and just say, hey, he's the killer. Close the book. That's it. Why are you still trying to do it? It just makes me think of the things that she would say is, well, why are they trying to shut me up? If I'm lying and I'm so stupid and I'm so crazy and I'm all these things, why are they all attacking me at once? And that's her thing. Now, again, you don't have to pay attention to everything that's going on this week, but this is going to be something. This is our, dare I say, John F. Kennedy moment. This is one of those things where September 10th, 2025, I remember exactly where I was. I was taking a nap in my bed, and I remember BackPacker sent the video of him getting shot. And I remember that. And I jumped up, and that's the day my channel changed. And that's the day I remember where I was. And this is something that, again, despite all the drama and everything surrounding it, it's something that, again, we can't have this kind of cloud or doubt or whatever in the year 2025 and 2026 with all the angles and cameras and phones and all these things. We cannot, again, if this is the case, we cannot let a psyop like this happen, if that is the case. So with that being said, what are you guys' thoughts on what Brandon Tatum just said and just your overall thoughts on that? And we'll wrap this part up.
Well, I mean, that's a big step for him, right? I mean, he's openly, respectfully so. He's respectfully coming out and saying, hey, man, I don't really agree with this. I'd like to have a talk with you. He openly basically said, like, we need to have a discussion. And I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if she's tied into the trial now where she can't essentially say things to other people now. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. Am I wrong on that, Jerry? Is she not allowed to speak about particular things due to what's going on with the court sessions right now?
You talking about Candace?
Yes.
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But Candace has been on vacation. It just so happens, and that's why a lot of people are like,
okay. I wasn't if there's like a gag thing or something because of maybe, you know, where she sits when I'm not sure about that. So, but yeah, I agree, man. Like that Charlie Kirk thing was hard, bro. It like really messed up. It messed us all up, you know, and like Jenny said, I don't put anything past anyone. It's kind of like, you know, what do we believe anymore? It's like I feel like everything gets so swayed in one direction and the other direction, and we like to all believe. Anybody with half a brain says, you know, the truth's probably in the middle. But what's the middle? Like I seriously, I get to the point now where I don't know what to believe anymore or who to trust. I really don't. Like, you want to say, oh, I want to trust, the FBI or the government, and then I want to have faith in the legal system or the courts, and then it's like, I like Candace. I've listened to Candace. I like her, so obviously I'm listening to her. I'm absorbing it. I'm like, okay, past the 10 days of like what you said, Jerry, of listening to that. That was a lot to listen to. It's hard. It was hard to listen to a lot of that. So it's like we just don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I'm a big proponent of citizen journalism. I'm a big, put it this way, we go back to like the early 90s of trying to find Bigfoot, and we're like, oh, the video's too grainy. We can't find him. Well, now we got 4K. We still can't find him. Okay. So, I mean, what's going to happen 20 years from now? We still can't find Bigfoot. And then we got like more technology. So it's just another one of those games where, at the end of the day, as civilians like us, people like us, all we can do is do what we're doing with reporting it, giving our thoughts and opinions, and allowing other individuals to circumvent their own thoughts and opinions, ideas, and it maybe bounce them back. We are nobody in regards to a political figure or an individual who has 10 plus million followers or something like that. We're powerful because, yeah, we have our voice and we're taking the time out of our day to try to speak up. But, but yeah, I don't know, man. And this is beyond Candace. This is beyond Candace. This is with everything. Everything's become so polarized. I know, yes, respectfully so, we reside primarily with one side more than the other, which I think is absolutely fair. But I think she has a lot of questions she needs to answer, and I don't think she's been open about it. I know she did that behind the scenes thing with Erica. I do remember that. Quite frankly, I would have loved for that to be public. Because her best friend right now, Candace Owens' best friend, is going to be transparency. Transparency is going to be her best friend, to put a lot of stuff to bed and to just openly show that she's not hiding anything. I'm a believer that she needs to come out in some way, shape, or form and be transparent. Now, like I said in the beginning, I don't know if she's able to do that with the current situation with the courts and the system and the process of what's going on, if that's going to affect any. I don't think, quite frankly, I don't know, if she can do that without causing disruption to the case. I don't know. So I'll leave it at that.
So I'm torn because all the evidence before the trial kind of supported what she was saying. But once you have this pre-trial with the 4K footage, I haven't seen it, so that's my issue. I haven't physically seen it with my own eyes, but apparently it's pretty glaring. But my gut says it fits more like what she says, because I have his mic right here. Well, I have the Chinese version of his mic. I can't see how you wouldn't notice this being changed. Like, it's very light, and if you would put some kind of like explosive in here, there's no way you couldn't feel something like that. So my gut says they're both bullshit, because I've also deer hunted where I've hit a deer with a 30-06. I mean, the hole is enormous. There's no way it doesn't come out the other end. So I think everyone's lying. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I got to be honest, man. I have never been so like, what the hell in my life? Like, I don't know what's going on. And I got to say, I am not, a watcher of Candace Owens lately, because, again, I kind of like fell out of grace with her with just, I'm not saying the grift she was doing. I'm not going to go that far, but just, the thing she was doing, I'm just like, all right, she just says the same thing every single day. I'm just not going to do that with that situation, but because it ain't going anywhere. You know what I mean? It's not solving anything. I didn't think at a time, but I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. Tomorrow, I believe she's going live tomorrow. I'm going to watch that show tomorrow. I am looking forward to that because I want to see, again, she's already gave hints on her X account of what she's going to say and what she's going to do. And she's basically arguing with people and basically saying anybody that believes the trial is an idiot. Anybody that believes what's going on in court is an idiot. That's what she's saying. And she's got more stuff. So, again, this is another wedge in the America First movement between her, Candace Owens, and now the death of Lindsey Graham, because people are like, even on our side, are celebrating Lindsey Graham. There's been people on our side celebrating, and I'm just like,
Oh, I have that pulled up if you want to know what's going to happen.
sure.
So as of right now, the temporary appointment from South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster will appoint an interim senator who will serve until January 3rd, 2027. They will have a primary basically in August 11th, 2026 this year. And if no one gets to 50% by August, I mean, they'll hit 50% in there. They'll have a general Republican special primary. Will face a Democratic nominee, Dr. Annie Andrews, in the November general election for the full 6-year term. So that's
Okay.
kind of how that works.
Well, I hope that answers your question, Lauren. But switching subjects real quick, let's talk about our beloved Bitcoin. This was some big news that went under the radar. Arizona officially became the second state with a strategic Bitcoin reserve. History was made. So,
Who was the first one? Was it Texas?
yes.
Okay.
Texas. So, this is breaking news, kind of. I saw this first this morning. Or maybe last night I saw it. What do you guys think about this? And is this part of the, dare I say, the first 2 of 50 states that are going to be doing this eventually? Is this just a nothing burger? What do you guys feel about Arizona becoming the second state in our union to put Bitcoin on their balance sheet?
There's going to be more. It's kind of, I always compare it to marijuana. It's just the best. It's the best comparison. Nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wanted to be the first, remember? And then it's like, okay, we're going to do this, but then we're going to put the funds in the schools and all this, and that's turned out to be a freaking disaster. Obviously, Bitcoin not being compared to marijuana, but in the process of doing it, it was kind of like, who was going to be the first, who's the second, third, and it just becomes like a steamroll effect. My prediction is, I believe every state is going to do it. It's just going to be who's going to be doing it before the next. So it will gain momentum. I think it's a great thing. I think it's positive for Bitcoin in a whole, because I think that allows, obviously we want to get the laws passed and the regulatory framework passed, because that's really what's going to help open this up to everybody being, okay, now we have the framework, now we can actually accept it, and I feel like the federal government's going to come after us. Right. So, yeah, I think it's great. I think it's phenomenal. There's also a website, Jerry, I don't know if you've seen this before. It's called BitcoinReserveMonitor.com. And
send it so I can pull it up.
Okay, I'm going to send it. Can I send it? I'm sending it in private chat. Okay, so it's BitcoinReserveMonitor.com. So if you pull that up, it kind of just gives you like a nice, a little nice layout of just kind of a nice visual.
Let's take a look at that. So we have Arizona is approved. It says, this is good. Thanks, man. Arizona is approved using rainy day funds, could purchase 24,352. Texas is approved using rainy day funds, could purchase 373,000 Bitcoin. Click for more. Price is 63. Okay, so they have the funds, but they haven't actually bought it yet.
Correct.
Okay, and then New Hampshire. New Hampshire is approved as well, it says.
Mm-hmm.
So it said the second state in the thing.
Yeah, it could have been a typo, and it could have been time sensitive, or it's easy to, if it's one off, it's not like they said there was 10, so it could have been a miss, just an error.
What do you think about that, Trent?
I got all lost in my tabs. I couldn't find you guys. Yeah, I think honestly kind of shocked there's not more already because Texas was approved almost a year ago. I feel like a lot of these states are dragging their feet, seeing how everything's going to turn out because it was really hyped right before that. What was it? The tariff crash. Like everybody was talking about a bill, and then all of a sudden it kind of went dark, and now some bills have made it through the house of the state level house and didn't get through the other side, and it's kind of a lot of people spinning their wheels. Like, wouldn't we think Wyoming would have passed a Bitcoin reserve? I mean, that's where Loomis is from, isn't she? Or Lemon?
Yeah.
It's in the red.
Yep. But yeah, I want to find out because somebody, can you look that up, Trent, to see exactly how many states that we have? Because according to this
16
map-
has 16 have legislation on the books. I just saw it on the AI version.
Okay, Fanny, what's good? Fanny, hello. I wonder if the states will run nodes and miners or just stack. I vote the confiscate. Much easier to steal than work for it.
They'll
you
never run nodes, and that's too much work.
So Gray's proposing that they'll probably steal it from people and confiscate it,
Probably.
like America's doing with the other cryptocurrencies. This is a good map. I'm going to use this, Backpacker. Thank you.
Jerry, I got another one for you. If you want, since we're on the subject, you might want to just pull this one up real quick. So this is going to be one that's going to be a little more refined in regards to actual proposals and things that are being presented. So this is more of a reserve bill. This one here, if you hover over the states, they're going to actually tell you what bills or proposals or SBRs and stuff like that are actually being presented.
Look at the great state of Minnesota. It's there.
So this breaks it down finer.
Okay, thank you. So the orange means they're actually doing something. The black, of course, my state ain't doing shit. Idaho. Who the hole?
We the hoes.
Y'all the hoes. Y'all doing something. Adds to existing laws. This time as a virtual currency kiosk fraud. I'm surprised New York's doing something. This is good, man.
Dude, a lot of these are just crypto crap. Like virtual currency.
Yeah, you got to start off with crypto before.
Yeah, I'm like clicked on Minnesota. Like some of this is anti-crypto bill. Like this one, virtual currency kiosk prohibition provision. So they don't specify.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Jerry, and hi, Tweety Bird, Fanny says. Go after exchanges. Be nice, Fanny, LOL. Wyoming has established a Bitcoin reserve through legislation.
She's just mad.
Yes. Wyoming has established one, huh? Let's see. Says rejected on this one. Gray, but I don't know. Let's see over here. 5 bills. Incorporate Wyoming style currency. Huh. Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. Lauren, see, Lauren, he asked for it and he likes it. Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, what's the blue? Let's see. The blue is pending, Jenny. The blue is pending. Gray Motion says yes. Okay. Well, that's all I got today, to be honest with you. Again, we're just gonna keep it light, keep it quick, and keep it short. But we're gonna have a crazy week this week. Obviously, everybody's gonna be talking about the death of Lindsey Hunter. Candace Owens is gonna be talking. Again, the assassination attempts or the hit list, as our Backpacker called it, higher ups in America. We still got the quote unquote ceasefire stuff that is not ceasefiring, and we're still fighting. Is the strait closed now? By the way,
No clue.
So we've ordered it to be open, right? But the IRGC says otherwise, and so won't get too far into that because that can go for another hour. But it's really just a pissing match, is what's going on here, and all these proxies. It's a proxy war. It's exactly what's going on. It's like, we agree to this, and we agree to sign it, yay. But then you have these proxies, all these militias and other groups, and it's never gonna work unless Iran comes across and says that. But no, it's not. It's open from our terms, but then they're still bombing people. They're bombing. So it's like, it's kind of like a circus, really. It's becoming a little ridiculous.
yeah, just like the rest of the world is getting ridiculous. But I think this week is going to be very, very interesting. We'll see what happened with Bitcoin. And again, guys, Bitcoin is chopping sideways. You know, it ain't really doing nothing crazy right now. Let's take a look at this real quick. Yeah, we're just chopping, man. Over the last year, we're down a little bit. Year to date, yeah. You know, we're not doing nothing. So again, I highly suggest people correct it. Why am I rejected? My bad. That's all good, Gray. That you know, we get out there, touch grass, like Backpacker did. He unplugged for a week, didn't look at nothing, and you know, just become a better person. Take care of yourselves. And while nobody cares about Bitcoin, again, you know, think about looking into running a node, looking into mining or hashing. That's what I'm doing now. And, you know, stay plugged into the network. Great show, gentlemen. Thank you, Gray. Appreciate it. And if you guys want to talk to somebody about that, again, Gray Motion, you can hit him up in the Signal group. He is value for value. He will sit down with you, and whatever he doesn't know, he'll help you out. You know, he doesn't proclaim to know all the answers and stuff, but he will, you know, walk you through it, and he'll work with your budget. You know what I mean? Again, if you want to start with the cheapest node or something like that, see if it's something you want to do. You know what I mean? Democrats are angry because we are always putting our attention to the Straits of Hormuz and ignore the. I think you're right, sir.
That's good.
I think you're right. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. Real quick, gentlemen, can you tell us where everybody can find you, please? And thank you.
You can find me BTC-BackPacker on YouTube, BTC-BackPacker on X, and BTC-BackPacker on Nostr.
Tell us about your programs and stuff. What do you got going on?
Oh yeah, so anyway, I go live Monday through Friday, right? And we do a 6 o'clock Mountain Time. We just let our hair down, talk Bitcoin news, a little bit of politics, fun stuff like that. We keep it open, we keep it broad in what we do. We do some reaction videos, fun stuff. Saturdays I do my vlogs. Sundays I'm here with you beautiful people, and yeah, and we just we continue to stack. We buy every hour on the hour. And we have some apps that we use to gain Satoshis as well. We use Ember. I use Upside. And I do fairly well on those. My Upside gas app, I just hit $600 on that. And then Ember, I've made a nice penny on that as well. And so we play games and just earn sats on the side for fun. And yeah, it's a great time.
And you can catch me on Off Ramp Radio on YouTube. Basically release a video every single day, mostly shorts. So you guys take 30, 40 seconds out of your day, take a look at the short. That'd be awesome. I edit on this channel Mondays at 6 o'clock Central Time, the real time, the only time. And then I come back on Sundays to hang out with these guys.
All right. And you use Upside for work and personal, right, Backpacker?
Yeah, I use Upside for both. Yeah, it's been quite the driving force. The key with Upside is if you want to get those referrals in, like a lot of different types of apps and stuff. But you want to get those referrals in because you get that multiplier effect. By getting about 45 cents back a gallon on gas, and adds up very, very fast. Very, very fast, especially with the referrals. You get a handful of referrals, you're good. Anything more than that's a bonus, but you just get a handful, and you'll notice a substantial difference in your gains. And so that goes for groceries, goes for gas, and some places to eat out at.
Yeah, he said that, Lauren. He said that. For those of you that don't know, my name is Jerry. I have a little name called Jerry Loves Freedom. Jenny says, I'm almost to a $50 gift card on Fetch. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I like the whole bunch of different ways you can stream a bunch of incomes to get more sats. I like that, Backpacker, Lauren, Jenny, all that. So my name is Jerry Loves Freedom, 3 words. I love freedom. You guys love freedom. We all love freedom, right? And I have an X account here on X, have a Rumble, and have a YouTube. I do a live stream every day, Monday through Friday. Sometimes I do Saturday. I have a series called Satoshi Saturdays where I talk about sats, not Bitcoin, and give you some signal. I have a show called Bitcoin Numbers and News that I give Bitcoin numbers and news. When I talk about different things, anything that's going on with Bitcoin, just strictly Bitcoin. I hit some economics and stuff on there too, macro and micro. And then I also, with a group of gentlemen, I have 2 different shows. One here, of course, Truth of Work podcast, the best show, of course. Then my second best show is the Mastermind, BTC Mastermind. The host of that show is Robin Sierra. And we got 7 of us on there. It's Robin Sierra, Jor for the score. Well, the whole Maple Bitcoin team, Jor, Rajat, Forrest Hoddle, and then we got Brandon Gentile, and then we have Lou Valentino, which he doesn't have a Bitcoin channel, but he has a very, very big channel, and he mostly talks about politics and current events, but he has a love for Bitcoin, and the only time he really talks about Bitcoin now is on our show, and then you got little old me on there. And then we wrap it up on Sundays here on the Truth of Work podcast every Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us. And just remember, guys, we're here to fight a revolution. We are in the middle of a revolution. It's called the Truth Revolution. That's why we call us the Truth of Work podcast. You have to work for it. Nobody's going to give it to you. Just like with freedom, because if you turn the channel and you watch the regular news, they're not going to give you the truth. You literally have to work to find the truth nowadays. It's sad to say that. It is literally sad to say I literally have to put effort in to find out what's true. Even us, then when we're looking for truth all the time, when we ask a question about Candace Owens or this or that, we're really like, we don't know what the truth is. And the truth is a work in progress. And we got to keep working in it. And obviously the name Truth of Work podcast is a play off of truth of, proof of work, because everything is about that work and everything is about that truth. So the truth is the cousin of common sense, and we got to bring it back to the fold, because again, it ain't common anymore, but we got to keep on fighting for it. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. And until then, and as you guys know, we love each and every one of you, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.